How has getting ready for this year been different than last year when he's preparing for your first year?
It's been pretty long. I guess normally, we hit August and it's just like a race to start season, and now it's been a little bit stretched out. A lot of our freshmen are like, school is so easy, just because they don't have to deal with the volleyball part of it, and probably for the first time in their whole life. And so it's been a little bit different. We spent the whole summer and spring, reading a book and building our culture and talking about culture and how we want our program to be. And so that's been kind of a big change for us, and we've seen the change already once we've had the girls together kind of at camp a little bit, obviously socially distanced and all of that fun stuff. But for the most part on Zoom calls and everything, you can just tell the dynamic is completely changed.
Has there been, even though you haven't been able to practice and get together, has there been positives out of this because you have to deal more and be in contact with them all the time just to check up on them and just to check up on your student athletes?
I think so. I think it's been really fun to kind of get to know them more on a personal aspect, before you learn them as a volleyball player. Yeah, I guess get to know them as a volleyball player, just because at first with your freshman group, and we have, 9 freshmen, and so not having them on the court right away and dealing with the playing time and kind of all of the technical pieces of it, we get to kind of know them as people first, and I think that's going to become very beneficial in the long run, especially on our team when we're super close. And I really value that personal relationship with my players, and so I've been really happy to be able to do that a little bit more.
Now, looking forward, starting in September, towards the back end of September, you're going to be able to practice as you get ready for your spring season. What's that practice schedule going to look like for you guys just in the fall portion?
It's going to look a lot like our normal fall season. It'll be a lot of teaching, but I'll be able to take more time to teach the freshmen and kind of break some of those things down that I didn't necessarily get to last year even. I didn't really get a spring season, and so we went through the season and it was kind of that's all we had. And so I'm excited to break it down with all of the players and kind of go through all the pieces and strategies, that I haven't had a chance to get to do yet as a new coach. And so it'll be more, individualized, and then towards the back end of each practice, we'll get into playing more and doing different types of, drills that the girls probably haven't got to see yet because we'll have the time to teach them. And then obviously hitting the weight room on the other days that we're not in the gym will be a huge deal too.
Finally, just personally, do you have any big plans coming up here in the near future?
I mean, I'm getting married, so that's coming up in the next couple weeks, the same week we start practice.
Okay, but the nice thing about this whole thing is you had more time to plan for the wedding and get prepared, so you're not scrambling. Biggest thing that you've had to prepare for the wedding that you didn't think you were going to have to take care of?
I mean, I guess we moved it to the farm instead of having it at a hotel, and so that happened about 3 weeks ago, and so we kind of had to go in a mad rush and figure everything out and all the little details that we wouldn't have had to deal with before, but we have the time now, so that was the biggest probably deal with everything.
And then afterwards, honeymoon? Are you gonna...
Honestly, we're going to take a road trip, but we don't know when.
Where?
Ross Farms, so spring's out of the equation. I don't know, probably out west somewhere.
Okay.
We might just say in November, let's go. I don't know, it's going to be kind of spontaneous, so we'll see.